Hi there, it's Toby from MAHS. So how does yoga help with fencing? So how does yoga help with fencing? In this video you'll see some of the exercises that I used after workouts to help keep me pliable pretty much throughout the week. It's also because I'm getting older and the muscles and tendons, they're just not what they used to be. I do try to do a lot of yoga as much as I can, generally after a workout, and I do dedicate possibly like an hour or half an hour of yoga for like one whole session. So how does this help with fencing? Well, that is the question, but I suppose really the question you should be asking is, why haven't I done this before, or why haven't I done it before? I found on a personal level that yoga has improved my fencing abilities by being more flexible, which in turn has allowed my body to be placed into certain positions that I wasn't able to be placed before. Not only can it be put into those positions, but it is so much more equipped to do it at speed, and that's actually kind of the thing as well that a lot of fencers don't tend to think about. So yeah, we can actually do it at speed, and you can get out again as well, which is part of the plan most of the time anyway. So you want to do it without getting injured, no injuries. So stretching is not just about flexibility, it's also about injury prevention. That's something to really consider. There is something else to consider before you write yoga off. Yoga is also to improve agility. It really has, I should say, improved my agility. I put this down to, again, the muscles are being stretched out so they increase your range of motion, or ROM. This means that you're able to expand and contract more efficiently, so that the training you can control your muscles to a higher degree, which is doing isotonic style exercises and plyometrics. If you do a particular sport, your body will be able to respond better than in more intense motion. So let's back this up with an example. Let's say you're fencing, you want to do a lunge, but you don't feel confident that you can not only get in that position without your knee, hip or thigh busting out, or fill in the blank what muscles you think that you'll probably fail on, but you'll not be able to recover quick enough for again, the above reasons. Or quite frankly, you just don't think or feel quick or strong enough to do so. It really is not enough to do drill work. If you want to get good at something, drill work has its place and its time. I mean, of course, do as much drill work as you can. It is also not good enough just using the sword, doing cuts, lunges, and again, fill in the blank whatever you feel training you're currently doing. It is absolutely vital to improve the body's mechanics by increasing range of mobility and of course strength. That being said though, I'm sure there will be plenty of professionals, humorists, fencers, martial artists out there that would disagree with me, but well, try it and see for yourself. All these exercises I tend to hold for 30 seconds, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on what it is and how I feel, which is actually something to take note of. Do how you feel. It's perfectly normal to feel tight on one side rather than the other. And also depending on where you are with your practice, it's worth spending a bit more time in poses just to get the benefits. So I've not been doing yoga for long, probably now 3 to 4 years at most. With most of these poses, this is where I am with my practice. It does change, admittedly, depending on how much I am doing it. I'm happy to continue to get better and always improve. The best thing I've found with yoga is if you are where you are with your practice, then that is where you should be right then and there. You'll always find others commenting, your leg isn't slightly straight enough or your back isn't straight enough in that pose, but don't listen to the negativity of others. If it's constructive, great, but if they're just pretty much dumping on you, then just ignore it as best as you can. We're all individuals, and where you are is where you are with your practice. So, in fact, some days I'm not even at where I am, or where nowhere near I am, say like today. So, or where I was the day before. It is what it is. Plus, sometimes I find I'm much more supple in the evenings than in the mornings, and that does play a big factor, depending on what I've done throughout the day. If I've been quite active, energetic, I've been moving around a lot when I come to doing yoga at night, I'm much more supple. Anyway, When doing poses, try not to do them so they hurt. Only do it to the point where you know it's working, and that's a really major factor with yoga. If you're doing it to where it's hurt, then it's just not working. You're going to discourage yourself. Also try as much as I can to group my poses so it feels like it's flowing. Very similar to like swordplay. Although I do like to use someone who is professional and follow along to what they do. I find this does help to relax me. It also, I don't have to look at anything or think about anything. I can just literally be in the moment, just sit there or lay there in the pose that I'm doing and just literally switch off. One thing I nearly forgot to mention is a yoga mat. You can pretty much do yoga anywhere, but it's worth investing in one for sure. I've got quite a thick mat actually. I'm sure people will frown at it. Honestly, apart from having a more direct connection with the floor than with a thinner one, I wouldn't know really why you wouldn't want a slightly more robust mat, to be honest. But I'm no expert, so I'm sure there are reasons for really thin mats. In fact, actually, if someone knows about that, hit the comment section below and tell me. Would I recommend yoga? 100%. If you want to be a better fencer and continue to fence into your later years, again, 100%. I don't think yoga is any way for women only, or not manly enough. I wish I wasn't so dogmatic in my beliefs when I was younger, as I would have saved a lot of time recovering from injuries that didn't need to happen. I do hope that this video has helped. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like and subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.